Okay, hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Waterdeep Dragon Heist. This is gonna be a fun episode. This is gonna be we just wrapped up chapter 1, finally, of Finding Floon. Our adventurers have finally completed their first main quest, and they're ready to kind of poke around the city and see what happens. So, I'm your director of magic, David, the DM. And with me, I have these fine gentlemen, these 4 gentlemen who are going to introduce themselves. So we're going to do something a little different again today, guys. You're going to say who you are, give me your name and your character's name. And then we got a fun little question of the day. Question of the day is, what's your character's morning routine? Like maybe when they were just like growing up, or just like not necessarily this morning because maybe you guys are a little groggy, but what would your character do when what gets them started in the day? So it doesn't have to be something crazy, but just give me a little background. We're gonna do that instead of just talking about people's races, because we're not racists. You know what I'm saying, Ian? You know what I'm saying? All right, is that better? Is this what you wanted? Is that your speech?
A fun little icebreaker.
Yeah, that's what we wanted.
Yeah, that bendy accent. Yeah. So whoever wants to start can go ahead, just around the horn. Whoever wants to talk about their morning routine.
Hurk's always been very into oral hygiene, so he spends a lot of time in the morning cleaning his tusks and flossing. Very in-depth.
That industrial orcish floss. So you just spend like an hour flossing, and then it's like, all right, I'll throw on my battle armor.
About an hour, but like, average for humans is like 2 to 5 minutes. He probably spends a good like 10 minutes on his teeth.
Gotta have that intimidation, gotta have those tusks. Yeah. Sharp and clean. You got to make sure they're, you just file them down a little bit, make them sure they're nice and sharp.
Oh, no.
Get a wedding stone.
Just making sure they're clean, because, all kinds of junk could get in there, in between there. You gotta make sure it's clean.
Now you got to have a morning little prayer that you do to Tzar as you got your new powers, which, by the way, last session, Hurk met his god. You met your god. And it was pretty cool. And because of that, you got this cool armor that you're wearing, which you got this cool like lightning, the spear of thunderclaps, or the whatever it's called, the javelin of thunderclaps clapping. And you got a pauldron, but also you wake up feeling inspired this morning. So you get 1 point of inspiration as you are feeling inspired with the god of Tzar.
Hell yeah.
All right, who else wants to take the morning routine question?
I'll do it. For you see, every morning when I wake up from the waters, I go and I grab my fishing gear, and then I go into the harbor just to walk around and get my legs moving. And then every morning, usually over by the mud flats, there's a guy there, and it's this human, and he says, "Morning. Nice day for fishing, ain't it?"
Yes.
And I go back and I say, "Indeed it is." And then we pass our ways usually. Yep.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Nice day for fishing, ain't it?
Fishing, ain't it? Yeah, exactly. That's what he does.
Do you know this man's name?
I do not know this man's name, actually. We just we're strangers, but we just do courteous hellos, because we fish around the same area.
I love Mako's social relations, his network that he's set up, the network, if you will, because he's a fisherman that uses nets, and he's got Maloon, who's like the people's champ, but now he's just kind of a drunk. And he's like, yeah, we're best friends. Maloon grew up in a fishing village, though, fun fact. But then you also have this mysterious man in the mudflats that you don't know the name of, but you guys are... It's like those work acquaintances that you just never really, you can't remember their name, but you're like, for years, you're like, hey, what's up, buddy? What's up, guy? How's it going? And it's like that 2-minute conversation drill that you have. Some people really savor that relationship where they don't know the person's name and they're like, best guy I never knew.
Exactly, man. It's that kind of relationship.
We still don't talk sometimes. It's great.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Mako. Anybody else want to take this one out? Take this morning routine question?
Yeah, man. I like to start the day early, when the sun's just coming up, and just kind of be out in nature. Enjoy the quiet of the morning, the birds chirping. Find a nice patch of grass and just wriggle my toes in it.
You got big toes. That grass is probably wrecked. Like, you're just like, I love the feeling of the grass underneath my feet, and the grass is just like dying. It's like, help. And you're like, it's okay. Yeah, so like, I imagine that Bigfoot in the high forest he's right next to those twin peaks, right? And the Lost Peaks, I think they're called. And it's like a fey forest, but then there's like mountain range, and you got that nice view. Probably like you grew up right by the mountains, so you can watch the sunrise over the mountains. But beautiful view that you have.
Hey, I've got a question. Does Bigfoot wear shoes? Or are you just going out bare? All right.
Just look at that artwork, man. Look at this guy. Although he can wear some sandals, hint, hint. Ian, if you want to. Today.
Maybe.
I would warn Bigfoot about rickshaw's rickshaw. I'm like, I might try to lick your feet, so be careful.
All right, so that's Bigfoot's morning routine. He just takes a moment of tranquility out there in being one with nature and just touching grass. How about Tzar? Does Tzar touch much grass?
Tzar touches ass, is what I say. In the morning, when I usually have a lady over, what I like to do is I like to get up in the morning, I like to make a little pot of coffee, and I say, hey, Toots, here's a to-go cup. Oh!
Best part of waking up. Oh! Tzar fire in your cup.
House.
Down in the... so, like, would your morning routine, that'd be down to, like, you guys, like, I don't think we ever talked about, like, where Tzar lived. I mean, I know that you were in the Dung Sweepers Guild before, and you, like, probably had a place down in the, I guess, the sewers and stuff. But
I was down. When I get up I usually wake up around dusk in a little cubby hole I created for myself underneath this bar itself. Jordan's bar. The Yawning Portal. Oh.
All right. So thanks for introducing you guys introducing us to a little bit of backstory for you guys' characters. We'll just kind of do this every week, where we'll just kind of give you like a fun little question. I think next week's question, by the way, so you guys can think about in advance, is what type of drink does your character like? What's their go-to kind of order? So you can also, we're at a bar right now. You can be thinking about that right now. But yeah, so that's it for the intros, guys. Let's just get started. So we left off last time with you guys kind of shaking down Volo. He was not really. He said he would have the money soon, but you guys kind of didn't want to wait. So you kind of intervened with. You took some action, and left him with his pants. You were gonna use his pants as collateral until he gave you the money, but then. As a saving grace, Captain Kronch just so happened to be staying in the Yawning Portal overnight, and he came in and kind of stepped in and said he would be kind of a witness for him to make the payment and stuff like that. For, that's a very common thing for him to be arbiter for adventurers, getting paid on their contracts. Adventurers make this economy work, so it's a very important part of the economy. And you guys woke up feeling rested in the morning. And you guys headed down to the bar, and you guys are sitting there enjoying your breakfast now as you walked in on Rainier talking with Volo, and he told you the big news that he dropped was that they worked out a deal where Volo is gonna give you like his house. He's gonna give you the deed to his house, and you guys are going to accept that as a form of payment. And when Hurk asked him if the house was haunted, and he says it's a little bit haunted, but it's not bad. And he says it's a great neighborhood, blah 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 blah. And he went on about it, and that's kind of where we left off. Is you guys are getting that. But I guess before that we should talk about too. You guys all leveled up, so let's go through the level up stuff, and then we'll begin with the role play. So go through. Sorry, I forgot about that. Everybody go through and just kind of give me a rundown of kind of what you did with your character. We'll start with let's start with Mako. Mako, you leveled up recently, overnight. So explain how that kind of happened and what you picked for your character. for your Lokotha Warlock, the Fathomless.
So what happened when everyone was asleep late at night and Hurk was having those dreams with his god? Nami woke me up and he's like, Mako. And Mako was all like, yes, Nami. And then no, I'm not gonna like do that the whole way.
Mako.
Essentially,
Mako.
Yeah.
Listen to me.
Yeah, listen to me. I just got some memories back after seeing that Mind Flayer, and he was quite dangerous, and I learned of a way for you to gain more friends and to summon them, and he taught me how to summon familiars, so I chose to be a Pact of a Chain warlock, so now I have familiars I can conjure up, essentially to help us out. And alongside that, I got 2 new spells, I believe. Yeah, 2 new spells. I got
I think you swapped
Shatter
out. Yeah. Okay.
and Silence, and I replaced Thunderwave.
I think you had to talk with the Pharaoh about that. The Pharaoh was like,
Yeah,
listen,
we had to talk about that, and he told me how to like focus that energy into like a single, area. So now like I don't have to do the whole AoE blast.
yeah.
Everyone.
I remember when you I think Bigfoot made the save because he's strong.
Bigfoot made the save.
But Hurk got launched and luckily had that tavern or the gladiator feat where the pit master, so he didn't take damage, but like that would have downed him.
Yep.
But you made the dex save and you took no damage because you don't take the first 10 feet of falling damage due to your pit master thing. So that's cool. And then I think you also changed out your Mask of Many Faces. So you
changed out my evocations. Yeah, I'll get to that now. So I no longer can cast Disguise Self. I took away the Mask of Many Faces thing, and I took Investment of the Chainmaster. And
no more solid snake striped snake advice where you're like that's so cool, he could do disguise self all the time, but you're like, nah man, I gotta take care of my friends, my summoned friends.
Exactly. I gotta take care of my friends and make sure they're okay.
Will we be seeing them now or later probably, you think?
We could see them now. Like I think I want to introduce them.
Okay, we'll do that and then we'll go around the horn. So
yeah.
All right, go ahead and you can take control of Mako here. So you're sitting down. You guys are working out the details with like I imagine that Volo and Kronch and they're like going over some of the details for like getting the deed and stuff like that set up for this Trollskull.
Guys, this whole thing about this house, we're gonna probably have like 3 to 4 more people in it, okay? Like, I have some friends, and like, it'd be pretty cool if they could live in the house too.
Oh. You have friends?
Yeah, I have friends. You see, there's a guy that I
Tzar,
see
don't
over
be
by the
jealous
Minecraft.
because you don't have any, okay?
I got friends. They just, they're busy, important, successful people, a celebrated people.
His own brother just
Also your mother. Oh.
We're going to have to talk about this. I think we worked hard for this house, and if you're going to have other people staying there, I think they need to start paying rent.
They can't pay rent, but I have them with me right here. I can show you them.
I look around the room for
Are they in the room with us now? It's like this spiritual thing.
Yeah,
it's
Scuttles is like behind my back, kind of like hidden this entire time. I'm gonna put him on the map. Is that okay?
Is the Karen here with us now? Is she here? it's like you don't know with this guy with his illusions.
I'm putting Scuttles on the table. There he is. Guys, this is my pet, my friend, and his name is Scuttles. Scuttles, say hi to everyone.
How big is Scuttles?
Scuttles just blows a bunch of bubbles. It's all in Aquan, so he can only speak Aquan, and nobody else understands him. So it's like.
He's as big as Tzar. Well, almost as big as Tzar. He's like 2 feet or something. Yeah, he's like.
Scuttles is very cute. I thought you were talking about People. This is more of a pet, right? You know that, right?
No, he's not a pet. He's my friend. He can speak and he has feelings, okay? Don't worry about him, Scuttles. He just doesn't understand. He'll understand soon enough.
Does he shit in a box or outside?
I think he's gonna go and do his business outside.
So he's a pet.
What?
That's what pets do their business. Is outside.
No, he's my friend. He just does his business outside. I do my business outside too, in the ocean. Isn't that where you guys go?
Bigfoot, do you shit in the woods?
I mean, yeah.
Does a bear shit in the woods?
Shit in the woods and no one's around. Doesn't make a sound.
Speaking of bears, let's talk about. A bear shits in the woods. That's a great segue into the level up for Bigfoot. After surviving this harrowing encounter, you depleted all your rage stock, and you just have never had to push yourself like that before. It unlocked kind of this thing, and like as you're sleeping, you're kind of connecting with some of the ancestors in the forest, and the spirits of the totems.
Yeah, I had like a dream that I was back in the forest with all my bear buddies. We started like frolicking and running around, and as depleted as I was from using all my rage, I just felt rejuvenated, like I could do anything. You know? Woke up, I felt like I could rage for days.
I think you did get another rage stock. You also got, you're going to be past the totem bear mode, so I think you resist like everything now except for psychic damage.
Yep.
That's pretty dope.
Too bad we're only fighting psychic enemies from now on.
Oh my god, an Alakazam! This man's got spoons, watch out! You're like, oh shit! Yeah. He's got spoons, watch out! He wants to spoon you.
He's gonna spoon us with those spoons.
Hey, I think that if somebody went to spoon Bigfoot, he'd be cool with it. I think he would. Maybe that's why he's vulnerable to it, because he's just like, yeah, I want to spoon. Sure, I'm down for whatever, man.
I always want to be the little spoon, but I'm so big.
You take psychic damage from it. That's canon. All right, I like it, man. By the way, when Bigfoot's traveling around the city, he has disguised self. He can make himself look like a human. If you want to do that, let me know sometime.
Yeah, I mean, in the tavern, I think we're good, but maybe once we go out in public, I don't want to like alarm anybody, so.
Yeah, I meant right now, you're just like, the chairs are very like sturdy, but if you were to like sit on one, it would just like smash it, and you're just like towering over everything, so you're probably just like a little awkward being in that form that you're in right now for fitting into stuff. Like you barely fit through that door frame earlier, and like luckily you had a king-size bed to sleep in. And
I mean, I could switch it up for comfort's sake. I just don't want to alarm anybody.
All right, so we also have some other people that leveled up. So obviously, Hurk, you leveled up. You connected with the God of War. Why don't you go through like what you're feeling now when you got these new powers? I think he rearranged a few things as he tipped the scales. I think he rearranged one of your spells as well.
You guys are never going to believe this, but you know that horror guy I keep going on and on about? He came in my sleep last night. I mean, he came to me in my sleep last night. He gave me some gifts that I could wake up with.
Hurk, that sounds very weird.
It was a little weird, but I feel great. I feel so strong and powerful. And like, if I had to give myself like a scale of like 1 to 20, I feel like yesterday I was at about a 2, and now I'm feeling about a 3. So like a remarkable improvement overall. Yeah, it's great times. Also, woke up with this in my bed, and I pull out the lightning lance, and I'm like, whoa. I think it's a gift from him. I didn't really see the whole like lightning symbolism. He was really a lot about like scales and stuff, but I mean, lightning's cool, so I'm into it.
Wants you to watch your weight.
He called me fat too, I think.
Fat shaming.
What about you, Tzar? What everybody else seems to have gotten a little stronger overnight.
Well, you wouldn't believe. I was sitting in my little room, right? They give me a little room. They give me a little room, like I'm a little person, like I don't want the space, okay? Sometimes I like to look out into the distance, okay? What's so wrong with that? I like to look out into the distance to give me a little room anyway. I'm in this little room, and you wouldn't believe what I find inscribed inside the little drawer, on the back of the drawer. But some chicanery. That's right. I learned a few spells. Oh, magic little techniques. That's right.
Wait, I've heard of this. The little magic man that lives in the little room with the lightning bolt scar on his forehead. He taught you things?
No. He left a book there.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Hagrid, where are you at?
So, I've got all these fantastic abilities I could show off right now, but I don't want to startle the company over here, you know what I'm saying? I don't want Bigfoot flying off in another one of his rages. I don't want to scare off the fish's friend.
I mean, I kind of want to see it, though.
Okay. Well, first thing I can do...
You want to see something happen to Scuttles? You monster.
No.
Scuttles doesn't actually take a shit, right? Like he can't actually do that. It's not like there's something for Tzar to clean up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything shits. Isn't there a book about that?
Yeah.
Anyway. First spell I learned, what I do is I say something really funny, and people laugh. Can you believe it?
And they just can't stop.
I don't believe it.
Wow, I'm not gonna do it here, on the spot. I'm kind of an extemporaneous laugh maker.
They laugh till it hurts, man. Till they got their gut is busted, you know?
That's how funny I am. Trust me, I'm funny. Just trust me, I'm funny, okay?
Funny how? How am I funny? Am I amusing to you? Am I clown? Do I make you laugh? How am I funny?
Certainly funny looking, am I right? And I'm like elbowing Rainier.
Second spell I learned.
Rainier's like jokes on his food a little bit. Try not to laugh.
Second spell I learned. I say something, and everybody falls asleep. It's like the opposite.
So you tell jokes and you bore people to sleep.
Yes.
What kind of book were you reading?
Jerry Seinfeld's autobiography. Third thing I could do is when someone tries to hit me, I don't just take it in the chin. I block it now.
Oh, that's smart.
Right.
I've been trying to block a lot of hits.
It was a very enlightening book. Like your spear is lightning, my book was enlightening. Huh?
Very good. Not making me laugh, but I get it.
But you're not asleep either. That's how you know I'm not using magic.
Oh.
Tough crowd. I've run through everything I know.
So there is a menu that you guys can look over. I'm not sure if it'll stay up there or not. How do I make this about limited? See if that guy that pops up in your guys' journals. So as you guys are sitting there, Kronch is making his spinach souffles, but pretty soon you guys find that there's you guys are very hungry after this long journey that you've just had, this quest. And so there's a menu, and you guys can let me know what you're going to order from the menu here. Kronch is like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm starving, Marvin. Let's say, the specials they got in here. Spinach puffs are like my warm-up meal.
Hurk is going straight for the sandwich tower.
Oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, so it's just like it's like a leaning tower of Pisa, but with sandwiches. It's just like every type of different meat that they have. It's like on a different layer with a different type of cheese. Waterdavian wheel of cheese was used on each layer to, you know, showcase all that. It's a bit of a flex. What is it? I don't know what the one DRG is, but we won't worry about it.
Dragon, I think, right?
Oh, a dragon. Oh yeah, 1 gold for that. That's a fucking bougie. That's a big fucking tower.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, give me a Constitution saving throw here as you eat this fucking huge sandwich.
Can I get advantage if I say I'm pacing myself?
Maybe if someone uses guidance on you or something.
Alec has guidance on him.
Yeah.
Mako's just like, take your time.
Okay.
Maybe add in that D4 too.
You managed to. Okay.
Right,
You managed to crush this sandwich, and it's like, yeah, it's like. I don't know. You've always been able to pound down the sandwiches, but you really feel like you worked up an appetite this time.
This is incredible, Bonnie. Thank you so much.
Let's say this gives you 4 temporary HP. You can go ahead and add that to your sheet. Since you made that save, that'll last until your next long rest. What's everybody else ordering on the menu there?
I'm gonna have a beer and kipper and chips.
Kronch is like, oh man, I'm glad they finally added this thing to the menu. It was like a house special, but then it was a really big hit. I mean, first of all, they ran out of cinnamon rolls this morning, and I was like, this is gonna be a problem. But then, just talking with Bonnie before she went to bed, and she was like, let me just make sure they got those quips and chips on the menu, because it's a really hot item right now. But, you know, can't go wrong with boring cinnamon rolls. But I would have to say, though, Tzar, if I would give you a little tip, one foodie to another, watch out for this stew.
Watch out. What do you mean, watch out? What do you mean, like it's gonna come at me? Well, I never even order in the stew, and I gotta watch out for it. Wait, try to tell me.
I mean, my constitution can't handle it. Let me put it that way. I mean, I don't know if it's just that they put too much salt in it, or if it's just I've had some rough meals on the road. I mean, being a city watch guy, you get around and you have to use rations. But I mean, this stew, for 7 silver, yeah, I don't know if they can really handle it. I don't know who Eowyn is, but her stew is terrible.
Eowyn stew. Oh, I see it now. Yeah, no, I heard bad things about Eowyn stew. Not too many good things about her pie either, other than it's cheap. Whoa! Oh, who said that?
And with that, Durnan comes out. He's already kind of got the quips and chips. They're freshly fried, coming out right out of the oven. He's like, get them while they're hot. Here you go. What else can I get you fellers?
I'm gonna have that portal curry and an ale.
Better make that a tall for you there, big guy. Right?
Hell yeah.
I don't think a pint's enough to suffice. You need yourself a large drink. So you're gonna have the which ale are you having? You got the Shadow Dark, many cherries.
Shadow Dark's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, you're not much of a Blackstaff wine kind of guy. Boulder's Grape. I'll get you a Shadow Dark ale coming right up. So you chug one of these babies. So just one drink is not enough to get you guys intoxicated. But if you guys have more than one drink, we'll start rolling from the table for the different levels of intoxication. This is just like sustenance for Bigfoot.
I kind of want to clarify. It's morning, right?
Yes. It's bright and early in the morning. Well, you guys got a full. It's about 11 o'clock because you guys kind of slept in a little bit. That's why when you got up, they were already negotiating. Because it was like 3 o'clock in the morning when you went to bed. So you guys got a good 7-8 hours in.
All right.
Mako ordering anything here?
Durnan, I would very much like the clams and cream sauce, please, for me and my friend here. We're both gonna have it.
The clam. Or he's like, the clam chowder. Is that the red or the white?
The clam and cream. the clam and cream sauce.
I mean, you like a little spice or what? I mean, do you like the red or the white?
White's good.
All right. 1 white sauce clam chowder coming up. Serves it to you.
Me and Scuttles dig in. Scuttles.
Scuttles is extremely messy. He gets shit all over the counter. It splashes. He's like, so he serves it over here. Scuttle comes over and just starts splashing all over. I'm gonna put Volo and these guys. Start splashing all over the clippers and chips that Tzar is eating. It's splashed with clam chowder.
Nice.
Slow down, Scuttles. You're gonna get an upset stomach.
Scuttles goes.
We're gonna live with that thing.
Yes, he's my friend. He's awesome.
You guys, Tzar, roll me an insight check on Scuttles.
Let's see, insight check. I'm going to insight. And we're checking. 10.
He's like coming up to you and he's like rubbing up against you, kind of like bumping into you, and it's like he's trying to tell you something, but you can't really know what.
Last time I had crabs this bad, I had to get a special shampoo. Oh, what are you trying to say, buddy?
Roll me a dexterity saving throw, Scott.
Dexterity saving throw. Man alive. Let's see.
Oh, what the I forgot you got the modifier. Okay, so you just managed to pick up your plate of food as Scuttles relieves himself all over the counter. He's not exactly potty trained, as he just immediately relieves himself on the counter and there's stuff everywhere. It doesn't get on your food, but now it's clam chowder sauce all over yourself. You got shit on the freaking shit on your plate.
This is disgusting. Volo, I need another one. Could you get me another one? I'm gonna go sit somewhere else too.
Don't you got something to clean that up with there? You're not on duty right now, but I mean, like, you know how to clean stuff up. Jeez, come on, man. Don't you have something you can clean that up with? I mean, like a mop or something?
I'm not cleaning up after no goddamn fucking crab. What you talking about? Who you talking to?
I mean, he has points. Shit is your specialty.
I'm retired.
Where did Tzar go? Did he just disappear?
No, he's...
I moved him up.
Oh,
I moved him next to Volo because he's gonna get more food from him.
Okay. Yeah, if only had some kind of... If only had something to clean that up with, Scott.
I don't want to fucking clean after this damn crab.
Well, now I'm saying you have to use your hands.
I don't care. I don't care. Not my problem.
Okay, so you're just gonna...
It's the fucking person who brought the fucking crab to the bar.
You're just gonna leave some shit on the counter.
No, I'm not leaving the shit on the counter. The fucking crab did.
But there isn't any kind of spell that you want to use.
What I'm doing.
You don't have anything that you newly acquired, Scott? Maybe in your spell book that instantly cleans things that you don't want to use?
I don't want to use that.
Okay.
No.
All right. Cool. So you just leave a big shit on the counter. Okay.
I don't leave it. I don't leave it.
I put another gold on the counter and I'm like, Durnan, I'm sorry about Tzar. You just...
Why are you sorry about me?
You just can't...
I'm not the one who fucking shit on the bar.
I'll tell you what, it's real hard to find good help these days. I mean, geez, I know the guy's off duty, but man, you think the janitorial skills would be a little higher outside of his personal life.
You're eating at a restaurant. Some person's fucking dog hops on the table, shits in your food, and that you're supposed to clean?
Volo looks over. Oh my word! Yeah, let me take care of that for you, my good man. And he looks over at the pile of glowing blue shit, and that you've never really seen the likes of before. And he casts prestidigitation to clean it up, and it instantly is sparkling clean. And he's like, Dern's like, oh, thank you. See, this is why I keep this man around. He really knows how to keep it clean.
I know that's what you wanted me to do, but I refuse. I'm not lifting a damn finger to fucking solve something that's not my problem. I ate shit in my food.
You're like, I'm just gonna leave this here.
To be fair,
yes, I am. How is it? Am I the only one who would behave this way?
No, I would shit in your food also.
Oh my god, I'm not cleaning up some random person's dog shitting in my food that I'm eating.
I mean, you have like little particles of shit on you. Like it's not on your food, but you have like, so you just have like the clam chowder that's on you.
I quietly
You're
do
covered
the
in clam chowder sauce, and you have
a
little flecks of shit on yourself. But you can leave them on there if you want.
No, it's gone now.
But when you meet people in the city and you smell like a little bit like shit and you got clam chowder all over yourself, they might look at you a little funny. So I'm just gonna say,
I cleaned the shit off myself.
Oh, you did?
While Volo's doing it on the other thing, I just do it real quick on myself.
Okay, go ahead and cast prestidigitation.
Oh my god, the service of this place is abysmal.
And you're not using, and just to clarify, you're not using it on that. You're using it on yourself. You're not cleaning up the shit. You're cleaning yourself up, if that's okay.
Yes.
We need to make sure your spell list works, God damn it. Just use the spell. Jesus Christ, Scott. This is like a 10-minute process.
Buddy.
Okay. There we go. It works. Okay, your spell list works. That's great.
You didn't expect me to take a stand on the service industry. Okay, go on. I'm done.
I think we can officially say that Vicarious Ventures is the shittiest D&D game on Twitch.
Oh.
What the hell are you saying, man? What's your problem? You got a problem with their fucking...
We do talk about shit a lot. There's 40 episodes, 20 of them are shit-centric.
Huh.
Hey, do you guys want to, how do you guys feel about fucking with David? David, don't listen to this.
Okay, let's do it.
Should I turn off my headphones for a second?
It's only, we have a lot of gold. It's only 4 gold to take a trip down the well.
Oh yeah, you're right. But that guy instantly died when he went down there. I don't think
the rest
our
of
odds
this
are really
campaign
good.
is.
Yeah.
I bet he didn't plan for us to actually go down the well.
You don't think I did?
No, he probably did, man. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm gonna ask you something. Do you really think that you want to go down there?
I don't know.
No.
You saw what happened to that one guy. We're gonna get creamed.
So Dernan's like, I saw you eyeing that well there, son. You do realize that although you seem to have somewhat leveled up since I saw you last, I think you still got a little ways to go before you can handle what's down there. That shit'll change you.
Yes. The ultimate goal, right?
He's like, I'll tell you what, Hurk was your name?
Yep.
I've been impressed with what I've been seeing, and if you come back and visit my establishment sometime down the road and you want my personal assessment, I've got my eye on you adventurers. You're coming up in the world, and if you want my opinion, I'll give you an honest one on whether or not I think you're ready to take on the Undermountain, the ever-changing Undermountain.
And I'm just like eyeing that sword on his wall over there, like, stroking my beard.
He's like,
while you have your own brand new freaking weapon, you're like, I already want that.
As he does
one.
that, he pulls the sword to his hand and catches it. He's like, maybe when you can do shit like this, huh? And he kind of tosses it back.
Fuck, it's so cool. Damn.
Yeah, you're so cool, man.
Meanwhile, you've got your trusty staff that is maybe down where Tzar was, right there, a few feet down from you. Just kind of leaning up there against there, just casually. which you can call back to.
Oh, does that
calling
work?
back?
I thought that was so that works outside of its special lightning property. Is that right?
Yeah. The lightning property where it turns into a lightning bolt is once per day, I think. Once per long rest.
But I could just throw it and return it.
You can.
All lickety split. Fantastic. In fact, you know what? I test that out right now, and just to kind of flex on Durnan, who thinks he's so cool that he has this neat ass sword.
So how exactly does that? Do you hold out your hand as well, or something, or how does it?
Oh yeah, we're doing this Thor style, just like. Whoa!
So I'm guessing it's kind of like you just without looking, you kind of just like reach out. You're like, he's like,
I'm like flinching a little bit too when it comes at me because I'm like,
first time you're doing
I haven't done this before. I don't know how what angle it's coming in at.
So like,
I'm just
it's standing up and it like flips and quickly turns to its side as it spins and stabilizes itself, and it makes a dart, and like Rainier just pulls back real quick like that. Holy hells! And then just zips past and goes right into your outstretched hand, and you feel it make contact, and
yeah. Yeah, how about that, huh? You think I'm ready for that pit now?
Now that's something I haven't seen in a while. It seems like you do have a couple tricks up your sleeve. Well, I guess welcome to the club of the cool weapon summoning club. And he's like, the only problem is when you got to get it back, and he kind of walks over and then just places it on there like son of a bitch. Puts it back up on there. Now stay. Yeah, they don't tell you about that one, do they?
No. And I like set it down next to me and lean it up against the bar.
All of a sudden, you guys hear Volo cry out, "Yes! Now that's what I'm talking about, baby!" And he slams something onto the counter. You guys look over. He has it looks to be a newspaper that has freshly just been delivered to him, and he places it onto the counter.
Anything you want to share there, Volo?
Yes, you see, Tzar, there's... Come over here.
What?
Look at this. Yeah. Look at this. It says right there, Volothamp Gadam. Penned by the illustrious Volothamp Gadam. Right there, right in the front page. What do you know?
What?
And you look on there, and there's a newspaper that has the title Volo's Valorous 5 with the V, like Volo's Valorous 5.
Well, that's just confusing. Not a lot of people are going to realize that that's a Roman numeral.
Well, you know what they say, my good man, do as the Romans do. Yes, see, I took it upon myself. I felt awful about having the lack of coin on our last arrangement that we have, and let it be known that Volo never reneges on a deal. You see, I have a friend who works in the Zephyr Post, and he was able to get me in contact with. I told her I had a hot news story for the Waterdeep Wazoo, as you know, the local newspaper, and I sent them an exciting news story about a group of brave adventurers who took on the Xanathar Guild themselves. And look, right on the front page, there you are. So, my friends, you're welcome in advance, and I hope this helps to increase your renown as much as it helped to increase my own financial troubles.
So wait, you outed us?
I'm sorry. What now?
You publicized the fact that sometimes you just want to keep things a little hush-hush. And now we're publicly known as these opponents of this major thing, publicly. We're on the front page.
No,
surely there was other things in the news.
No, this is good, Tzar. Let Xanathar know that we're coming.
I've never been on the
most
front
of them-
page before.
He's like, I'm sorry, but I should have consulted you. Is it Volo's Valorous 5 knot? There was a lot of options, like Volo's Vanguard, Volo's Vanquishers, Volo's Vespers. I really mulled it over for a good at least 5 minutes before I submitted this story. But it shows you I do have it. I still got it, baby. I still know how to write an article that can sell. And now all of Waterdeep should know of the adventurer group.
One of our buddies over here. His name is Bigfoot. He's kind of, his big thing is not being known.
Oh well, shoot! I didn't exactly quite catch your name there, because as you remember, I never gave you the quest itself, so to speak. But I didn't quite catch your name, my large Furbog friend. So I believe in the testimonials they just refer to you as the dude. The hairy dude. I hope that's all right. If you can, perhaps when you go across the city, if you prefer anonymity, you should learn a spell. I can teach you sometime. There's a lovely spell, Disguise Self, you could use to remain anonymous in case you don't want the clout. I don't know why you wouldn't, but some people are weird like that. Not like I'm saying you're weird.
Yeah, man, I prefer to keep it pretty chill.
Very
Don't
well, then.
really
I'll just call you the dude, then, if that's all right with you. And no one will know the wiser that you're this Bigfoot Lebowski. You remain your anonymity.
The dude abides.
Wonderful. And I aim to please with you. I aim to live vicariously through your ventures, if you don't mind. And I would love to continue to regale all the tales of your valorous ventures. Just let me know anytime that you need a story published. I'm available as always. And look at that. Now I no longer have this. It's a mutual thing. I no longer owe you coin. And I see. I had this covered. I can procure money like that, baby, with a name like Volotham Gadam. Here, you can frame this on your wall. He hands you the Waterdeep Wazoo, this copy of the Waterdeep Wazoo. And I guess, who's right next to him? Hurk? Yeah, he hands it to Hurk.
Did we agree to let him off the hook for the rest of his payment in exchange for the house?
Yes.
Okay. So this isn't him like trying to pay us an exposure.
No, it sounds like he just wanted to make some money off of the opportunity to, and I think he was kind of counting on that to recoup his losses from paying you. Is that he was going to sell the story to the Waterdeep Zoo. He said he has a friend in the Zephyr Post, which is the post service in town. Yeah.
I'm gonna toss it to Dernan. I'm like, Dernan, look at that! You got some bona fide celebrities in your bar here. You want to hang that up on the wall somewhere?
Oh yeah, of course. I got a spot for you guys. I mean, I appreciate you helping me with that little troll problem we had earlier. Although I might have done some of the lifting, it was the initiative is what counts, and you guys really know how to roll with initiative, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I'll take this. Takes it up. Let's see. Nobody cares about these guys anymore. Takes another old newspaper clipping, whoosh, tosses it off, and he's like, I'll see if I can get Bonnie to frame that for you. She seems to really take a liking to you guys, and you know what? I don't mind displaying this myself. And I tell you what, you keep up this kind of good work in my city, help cleaning up the trash, and you know, I love people taking out the trash. Then I'll keep on singing your praises. And anytime you guys come here and you take on those bastards, the Xanathar Guild, you got a discount in my bar. So there you go.
Your camera overheated, buddy.
Yeah, I'm switching right now. Thank you, though. Maybe that's a good chance to take a break here as we're in the halfway points, and I'll just let my camera kind of cool down and stuff like that. And, anyways, so let's go.
Why you weren't giving us all like the typical praise and love you give us after every our interaction? That's what I keep coming back here for.
I know, right?
The praise and love.
So it's all about that ego trip for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, something like that.
I like a good ego stroking once in a while, you know.
Did I say that?
Apparently.
Said what? Didn't say anything.
You're a little scary sometimes. You know that. Brilliant, but scary.
Okay. What was that from?
Harry Potter, dude.
I tell you what, I like you, and I want you.
This is just because I like
Now
it.
we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours.
Jaws is yeah. All right, let's do this, man. Let's tackle some dumpsters.
I think that's a fife. Is that a fife, or is it a panpipe? It sounds very Renaissance festival.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I want to eat a turkey drumstick and judge the only time all the goths wear color.
You guys are just wrapping up your nice hearty meal that you've had, as it seems like whatever Rainier and Volo are working on to get this this deed taken care of. It seems to be wrapping up as his pen is hot today. So Volo keeps on. He's had somehow time. He got so excited in the middle of the night. He got this new story into the Waterdeep Zoo, and he's also now penning, signing off the deed to his house. This man works fast. It's
probably drugs. He's probably doing a lot of drugs.
He's probably on some stims. Probably
I've
no
seen the way
potions.
He keeps eyeing Kronch out of the side of his eye there.
There's no drugs here, man. Potions is what we got. This man's looks like he's got a good collection of potions, so maybe he hasted himself and he's a little jittery, Maybe he'll be a little lethargic after this, so we'll see what happens.
Maybe he's got a little bit of protein in his piss from too many potions all the time.
Yeah.
You got a
little rhabdomyolysis, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Maybe
as they
he's
seem
got kidney damage.
So they're wrapping that up, and there seems to be he has like a tube. He takes this thing, puts it up in a little carrying tube, pops it on there, and he's like, very well, that's an auspicious start to the day. I hand you over the deed to the Trollskull Manor. Very beautiful house. You'll love it. Northwood. All you need to do is get the stamp of approval from the magistrate of the city, and you should be on your way. And he hands that to...
I'll take it.
Hurk. He hands that to Hurk. So Hurk, you have a little tube that has the secured deed in there. And he's like, if you ever need me, I'd love to give you a tour of the city sometime. My treat. I'll show you around all of my favorite hot spots. But, Captain Kronch has been so kind as to offer his services as a guide to the city if you would want it. And Kronch is like, I got some time to kill. I'm a night shift guy, and I'm a people person. So if you guys don't mind, I'd love to give you a quick tour of the city as we head back up to my house up in North Ward.
Is that near, what did you say this was called? The Trollskull Tavern? What?
Oh, yeah, it's Trollskull Tavern. It's Trollskull Manor, I guess you could say. The tavern is, from what I understand, used to be the lower first level of this manor. And, manor, in a manner of speaking. Huh, if you catch my drift. That was good. So, yeah, you can check that out.
I get it. Manner of speaking.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of my thing, really.
Man, you could learn a thing or two from this guy, Tzar. He's got jokes.
I could, huh?
Yeah.
I'm like so fucking icy.
He's like, tell you what, big guy. You teach me some of those shovel ball maneuvers, and I'll teach you some of these slick puns, huh?
Yeah, if it's on your way and it's not putting you out too much, Kronch, we'd love a tour.
Sure, and bring your friend Rainier with you. And Rainier's like, actually, sorry, I would love to, but I really think there's a lot of work that needs to be done behind the scenes for our Volo's Valorous 5 here, if that's what you want to be called. I think Mako and the Moist Makers has a nice ring to it as well, but don't ask me. I'm going to be doing a little bit of work behind the scenes as well. I will be able to catch up with you guys very soon. Hopefully by the end of the day, perhaps tomorrow. But I have to run a few errands myself on your behalf. But I'll be sure to meet up with you guys. I believe there's some people I can secure that will help back your group, and I have to make a few connections, if you will, with the nobility and perhaps some of the guilds. I'll see who I can pull in your favor. I want you guys to succeed in your endeavors, and unfortunately having a rundown house isn't exact. It's a start, but I feel like you'll need some more backing in your future, and I'm here for you.
Thank you, Rainier.
How's Floon doing, by the way? I noticed he didn't come down for breakfast.
Yes, well, see, him and Serge, they've been taking care. Serge has been watching over Floon, but it seems like Serge himself seems to be suffering quite a bit of PTSD from this time with the Xanathar, and I do believe that he mentioned that they were going to get some mental help of sorts and seek out some professionals to try to help them with their the bout of torturing that Floon went through, as well as the mental struggles that Serge just went through. I've recommended a therapist that he can meet, and some good there's some good spells that they can do to try to help with visualization, things like that, and I do believe that would help out your friend Serge. He seemed like he was holding it together pretty well, but there's definitely some scarring there, and I think he was a bit too nervous to tell you, Hurk, because you guys are so close. It's hard to talk to. Sometimes it's hard to talk with your closest friends, and I got that feeling from him that he was telling me in confidence. Well, not in confidence, but he was. You know what I'm saying. He just needs some time to himself. But he told me he would also love to meet up with you guys later as well.
That's good. I'm glad they're making amends. No hard feelings or anything like that.
Yeah, sorry I accidentally tortured you when I was under the influence of a mind flayer and a giant eye monster. It happens all the time.
More often than you'd think.
Yep. As modern problems require modern solutions, as they say. So yes, if you don't mind, I'll be heading out soon, but I will meet up with you guys a little bit later, depending on how long it takes for me to, depending how it goes with my meetings. So I will meet you there shortly if you want to. I trust Captain Kronch. He seems to be a wonderful tour guide. I'm sure he'll be able to help you.
Sounds good. Are we ready to roll out, everybody?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys head out of the Yawning portal, and we're going to take you to the map, and you guys are going to, Kronch explains to you guys that you basically need to go to the local magistrate, and that is in the castle ward that you need to go to. He's going to take you to a little place called the House of Justice. And he's going to take you there, and you need to meet a woman, a tiefling woman, who's the magistrate there, named Kylenne Silmerhelve. I can put that in the chat here. House of Justice, Castle Ward. Oh yeah.
Well, that's ominous.
Okay, so you guys step out into the city with Captain Kronch, and you should be able to see, let me zoom in here. Big old city here. You guys are currently in the castle ward. You can see the little logo of the Yawning portal, which shows where it is. You guys are right next to, there's like kind of like a brothel right next to you guys. I think it's a hot spot, and then there's like a dingy little bar. They're all kind of in that little strip there. Yeah. Right next to you this whole time. You didn't even know.
Can we go?
In a little bit, Tzar. Or I don't want to get sidetracked here, big guy. You guys got a lot to do.
It's 10 in the morning, my guy. That's more of
it's when everyone's
evening
fresh.
activity.
You don't want to go when there's a rush, dude.
Yeah, I can't remember the name. It's like Salinka's something. Can't find the thing on pulling it up on here.
Are you telling me they really put a brothel on Hillcock Lane? I love that.
High Hillcock Lane. Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it because it is. I have a journal thing on it and I can't find it. So yeah, you guys head out with Kronch. There's the hustle and bustle of the city as you guys step out. It is still morning, so it's in the Waterdeep in the springtime, as those springtime mists that are curling around like little tendrils wrapping around the city, around the corners. As you guys make your way around, it seems to be a very busy time of the year. There's the festival, the Sea Maidens Fair is in town, the carnival's in town, and the docks, and you guys are above the docks right now. You're in the castle ward, and there's all sorts of festivities going on. Wow, I'd put on like 3. So he's going to give you a little tour. So as you guys make your way through the streets, Kronch stops to point out various
Was that in
I wonder if I
game?
can control this here. Can I control him? I can't control him over here.
Holy shit, Rickshaw really got an upgrade.
I know. to get to the to get to your house from here, there's actually a thing in the interactive map. He's like, all right, so we gotta go visit this lovely lady. She's a tiefling. Very businesslike. Her name is Kylenne. I like to call her Kylai. She doesn't exactly appreciate it, but I think it's endearing, and in a certain way to have a nickname for somebody. And we're not exactly close, but I mean, I do when I turn in criminals to the House of Justice. I know she appreciates that part of my job, the job description. So we're gonna go visit her. You guys are gonna get this deed squared away. So let's head on out. So you guys start making your way up. Kronch takes you past the castle, Castle Waterdeep. He's like, and on your left we have the Castle Waterdeep. The nobility don't exactly live here, but there's a lot of the watch, my fellow watchmen that frequent this establishment. It's a heavily fortified structure, and as you see behind it, we have the Mount Waterdeep, which dominates the most of the castle ward. And actually, if you look above there, you can see on the top, just above the morning mists, there's the statue of the Griffin, which is one of the our famous walking statues of Waterdeep. I know. Excuse me, dude. Is it okay if I call you the dude? I know you're new to this city, so if you have any questions, please let me know.
I have a question. You said a walking statue?
Yeah. I mean, they're kind of like the guardians of the city, but they haven't moved in about 100 years since the time of the spell plagues, when Waterdeep was plunged into darkness, and magic itself, the weave of magic itself, supposedly had some issues.
It's good. I was worried you had walking statues. They might be mimics, but it sounds like it's just folktale, not true at all.
That's a good point there. You never can be too careful when it comes to mimics, especially if they're 100 feet tall and made out of pure stone. That would be.
I start looking Kronch up and down, and like having second thoughts. I'm like, could Kronch be a mimic?
You know that mimics are mostly made out of wood, stone, and steel. So
yeah,
flesh
so
and
are
blood
those abs, buddy.
Oh, hey, come on! I just ate these spinach puffs. I'm a little bit bloated. Don't get me started. I'm a little self-conscious about my weight sometimes. People say that I eat those stacks, those sandwich stacks, and people look at me a little funny.
Oh my god, they're so good though.
I know, right? I mean, like I'm somewhat of a chef myself, but you can't beat that stack. You know what I'm saying? That's why they call me. This guy's stacked. That means he just ate a whole stack of the sandwich. You know. I just realized, though, guys, you guys don't have any of the labels that I do. Like you can't see like right. Where can I? Oh, you know what? I'll get the little Vicarious Ventures logo, which I think is a tile, maybe. Yeah. I'll try to move that where it is. So it's supposed to be, it's labeled on my view, but not on yours. So like right here is the statue of the Griffin. Okay, and then I'll just do this as we go through, as I point the stuff out. Boom, there's castle. You see the thing for Castle Waterdeep. And then also here is where there's the palace that's over here. That's where the nobility lives. I mean, that's where the open lord. That's where they spend all their time. So, but it's funny that you mentioned mimics. Actually, they're Hurk, because we've been having some reports recently of a dumpster mimic that seems to be let loose on the streets of Waterdeep. Seems to be sucking up all sorts of people that go to take out the trash. So keep your eyes peeled. That thing is it's a real menace. It's a real shame because you know, as much as someone's trying to be a good Samaritan and take out the trash, no one's put this thing out of its misery, as it.
Well, they should put a team together to deal with things like that.
I'll tell you what, we have several contracts that we can dish out if you guys head to the Hall of Justice. I'm sure they can put a contract out for this thing if somebody hasn't already. It's, I'm sure they'd be able to give you some sort of reward, since it's already claimed the lives of a few thugs and people that aren't, I guess, super important missing persons. But if it eats somebody that somebody, you know, really actually cares about, it might be a kind of a big deal. So, sure, yeah. You hit up the when you talk to Kylenne there, she can help you out. Maybe she'll be able to contract you out for a little bit of you know, like a bounty on this sort of.
Hurk, what do you say? What do you say? Let's do this. Let's get you over your fear, and in reward, we'll take about 60%. You can take 40% of the reward.
Tzar, I don't know who taught you fractions, but that's not how we split things evenly.
Right. I'll take 60%. You guys can split evenly the 40 then.
No.
Listen, you guys can
I'll take
figure
50,
all that stuff
you
out.
guys all take 50.
Don't count your
The point is,
don't count your dinosaur eggs before they hatch, as they say.
You don't happen to know where
You need to
this
get over your fear.
dumpster is located, do you? I might have a little kobold friend that wants to go deal with it.
Did you just ask me something? What's that?
I said, you don't happen to know where this dumpster was last sighted, do you? I have a little kobold that needs to take out the trash.
I don't know. It's some
right. No, I use
eyewitnesses.
presensitization.
There were some witnesses on the scene that were passerbys that mentioned there was a small halfling that was seen last seen interacting with this particular mimic. We're not really too sure on the details there, but perhaps it's the halfling that is somehow responsible with this situation. So that's all I got to go on. There's really not much other than that. You'll have to do the groundwork yourself. Anyways, so like I was saying, so we're passing by the castle here. We're gonna head up north. All right, let's head up north here with Kronch. So Kronch is gonna take you guys up to Waterdeep Way here. You guys are gonna head north onto the Street of the Sword. So you guys are gonna head up there. He points out on your left we have the one of my favorite statues. It's the Hawkman, another one of the most of the statues of Waterdeep are located in the Castle Ward. That's where they're needed. If they need to be called on by the Open Lord of Waterdeep, they can be ready for battle. And of course, you want them to be the last time that there was a battle. They called the statues to help. And so you guys actually already passed by the Honorable Knight. I'll show you that one. That was this guy, and that was the one that you guys had gone by before. That there was those screaming children. There was the one kid that was like frothing at the mouth. When you remember, you guys were investigating that scene. There was the crime scene with Dixon, and you guys were there and stuff. And they were basically, I think you taught him how to do vicious mockery for this kid who was like talking shit to this statue. And he's like, "I'm gonna kill all of you. I'm gonna kill them all. Every last one of you." And he seemed to.
That was a fun time.
That sounds like something we would do.
Yeah.
That's why I loved Ian Dixon.
He seemed like he was just wanting to kill all these statues for some reason. It's very strange.
But this all reminds me of that Adventure Time episode. where all those gumball machines are protecting the city long ago?
Mm-hmm.
I bet it's from the same source material.
Maybe. Yeah, as you guys can see, there's the Hawkman here on the left. Is one of the statues of Waterdeep. These guys kind of all just stopped moving after sometime after the spell plague, and some of them were left in some compromised positions. This guy in particular seems to be missing a foot, though you can't see it. Must be rough if they ever do wake those guys up. That'd be one hell of a hangover, if you know what I'm saying. Waking up without your leg, that's something I haven't personally experienced.
Why does it sound like you're foreshadowing stuff? Do you know something that we don't?
I'm just telling you what's happened, guy. I'm a bit of a history buff myself. It's not just these muscles that are buff, you know what I'm saying? Right. I like to read some books every now and then, you know?
It's just something about your tone's very ominous is all.
Oh, is it? Well, that's probably comes from my mother. She used to harshly reprimand me anytime that somebody's revving.
There goes Rickshaw again.
Yeah, it's Rickshaws. I'm sure he's here around here somewhere. There's also the Elfstone Tavern, which is like somewhere around here. I would not recommend you guys going there, Hurk. They don't take kindly to anybody who's not an elf. They kind of assholes. Anyways, we're gonna move on here.
Have you guys
Wait, what do they have against Hurk?
It's not so much. They're just those stuck-up high elves, you know, one of those types.
Did you guys investigate that when you're looking for the knife ear killer or whatever that other quest line that we figured out about was?
Hey, you guys wouldn't have. I don't know if you were talking about the mimic earlier. There's also seems to be another killer on the loose.
Yeah, he's killing elves and people with pointy ears and stuff. I feel like that's got to be related, right?
It's entirely
They almost
possible.
certainly would target people from that tavern.
If you go in there, I don't think you'll have very much luck as a half-orc, but maybe if you were to devise some sort of disguise, you'd probably get in there and if it were me, I would probably devise some sort of plan of attack.
Listen, I'm not about to go doing some whiteface just to infiltrate the tavern. That's pretty problematic, Kronch.
Hey, I didn't say anything about whiteface. I was just saying, you know, you got to go undercover sometimes. Anyways, continuing on through the Street of the Sword here, we're gonna make our way up to the one of my favorite statues. Although I'm not a big fan of the guy who owns this place, it's a pretty cool establishment. This is the statue of the great Drunkard, and he shows you this tavern, which has been made out of. They made a tavern built around this statue. Someone did, and I think if I share that with you guys, let me know if it gives you the description. I don't think it does. It give you the description when I give you that? No.
Nope.
Okay.
Honestly,
so
I expected this to be like a picture of me you took when I passed out some night. Just like.
No, this is this statue is basically like he has a large like battle axe that he dropped and his arms went limp by his side, so it looks like they call him the Drunkard, but he's really just kind of where he sat down after he was done with the battle. But now in his lap, there's a 2-story tavern called Gralkin's Tankard.
I've actually heard of this statue before. You guys know that bard Marilyn Manson? Supposedly he got some of his ribs surgically removed so he could reenact this exact statue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's something like that. Yeah, this guy's really flexible. I'm sure he can keep an eye on the patrons of the tavern at any time. If that's, you know, that's clearly what's in his lap, right? Yeah. It's not phallic in nature. It's like he's trying to make up for something.
Chode.
And you guys head up to the Bazaar Street. So there's Bazaar Street is, you guys are going to take a left on there.
Everybody look out. There's a Tzar far on the Bazaar Tzar.
Hey, the Bazaar Street's pretty cool, but that's nothing in comparison to Tzar, like Bazaar.
What? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you head into Bazaar, it's a pretty cool street, but it's they should really name another street after you, Tzar, after all those exploits you had in Shovelball days. Maybe we can find some street here that nobody has claimed, and or we'll just rename it.
Let's just rename this.
Bazaar
I
Street.
think that would be good. Could you get the paperwork started for me, buddy?
Maybe at the House
the paperwork
of
started for me.
Justice.
I'll let you have a.
Get rid of the ba and just call it Tzar Street.
Let's go to the House of Justice, see how much that costs. Okay, buddy?
You can try to sneak in and like alter some paperwork, like get it changed to like Tzar Street instead of Bazaar.
I'm changing my main mission in life quest thing to change Bazaar Street to Tzar Street.
As you guys head up to that, you see that there is like one of the biggest markets you've ever seen in your life. It's possibly one of the biggest markets in Faerun. There seems to be hundreds of different kiosks and caravans that have like set up shop here. That are it's like a moving sea of different little mini shops and people that are selling things. This is also where Mako's character has come by and sold a lot of his fish. As you guys are entering this, you see that you almost actually give me who's leading point? Who's taking point here?
Kronch is.
Yeah, Kronch is technically, but
yeah, but he's not part of the party.
I mean, I guess I'm walking up behind him.
Hey, go give me a perception check.
Ooh. Give me a second.
I cast guidance. No, I'm just kidding. If you don't want me to, I won't do.
You guys do whatever you want.
All right, I cast guidance. You have guidance now.
Might need it. Hey. Is that a 13?
14.
14 with that. So with that, you just managed to see that in the market, you almost catch a glimpse of what you think might be the tail end of a rickshaw captured in gold kind of cloth as it disappears into the market way. And he's like, hey, you all right there, Hurk? You look like you saw a ghost.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. Let's carry on. My mimic senses were tingling.
Mimic senses, huh? Hey, interesting. Yeah. What do you got? You got something against mimics? I see that you got this nice, fancy new cloak on here. I mean, it's a pretty nice cloak. You wouldn't so happen to where exactly did you get that cloak? It's very nice.
Took it from Xanathar.
Stole it.
It was acquired, abandoned, left behind, however you want. I appropriated it.
Oh yeah, so you looted it from Xanathar. That's cool. Yeah, no, it's spoils of adventuring, am I right? Hey, I'm not judging. I've all been there, right? But that seems to be a particular quality. I mean, look at this thing. It's what was that, suede? Jeez. And he's like, he takes it. He's like, look at this. It's clearly from a vendor right here in the market. You know, as he does that, he like grabs onto the collar of it and flips it inside out to show you. He's like, yeah, right here. It's the little signature. It says RS on there in like a fancy font. That's probably, I recognize this craftsmanship anywhere. That's Rick Shaw. He has a market. He has a stall here in the market. Sells all sorts of related.
That he has multiple ventures.
Yeah.
He has multiple ventures that we could vicariously use.
Possibly live vicariously through this guy's ventures. That I know this guy. His name's Rick Shaw. He comes around here all the time. He runs a bit of what do you call it? Kind of like an Uber thing. He has like a night shift that he runs, but during the daytime, he has a little shop that he sets up here, and he sells all sorts of really high quality mimic related items. You might want to check it out sometime, but he's a busy guy. I mean, you can't just expect him to show up on a moment's notice when you try to call him, you know?
Why do you say it like that? We certainly weren't waiting around for multiple hours for him to come pick us up.
I mean, if you just wait a little bit longer than maybe 20 minutes, I mean, if you're a VIP customer like this and he kind of whips out it's like a platinum card. it's like much nicer than your guys's. And he's like, yeah, I mean, like, if you really use this, and I mean, sure, you got to build his trust a little bit, but you get into the next tier of rewards, so to speak. It really pays dividends, But I try not to abuse it. Try not to call him like. I work the night shift, right? So I try not to call him at like 3 o'clock in the morning. That'd be asking a lot out of the guy. I mean, he needs to sleep.
You sure know a lot about calling him at 3 o'clock in the morning all of a sudden. Were you involved at all at that point during our adventure?
I think Kronch might be a dirty cop. he's got something going on behind the scenes, I think.
Possibly. He's like, I'm just a man who recognizes quality materials. He's like, if I see that guy, I'll let you know that you've been looking for him.
I have 2 theories on Kronch here. One is like Charlie's just said. There's something off about him. He might be bigger and more evil than we think. Or 2, he's like the Tom Bombadil of this universe, and it's just like this is just like David as purely as he could put himself in this.
Who's to say that Tom Bombadil can't get corrupted?
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't think he can, so.
No, I know, but you never know. Maybe he was just always that way.
If we piss you off enough, Kronch will get corrupted, and it'll be a power we've never seen before. He's like God.
Yeah, I wouldn't
in this universe.
But he's definitely high. Well, you can do Know Thy. You want to do Know Thy Ally on him?
Who can do that?
Does Hurk want to do that, or it's up to you?
No.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, you could try to size him up, but just look at the guy.
I'm getting some vibes that like maybe as far as cops go, if he can afford a platinum membership, maybe he's getting paid a little bit more than your average.
Because you gave him like an $80 tip essentially on the last thing, and you just got the regular calling card.
Yep.
Oh dear, we are in trouble.
How are the Harry Potter references today? All right, so he's going to take you guys down Bazaar Street, and as you guys are still in Castle Ward, you're just making your way up. It's a big thing. He takes you around. You guys go west to. He shows you some of the other statues. There's the Lady Dreaming, which is she's kind of like laying down over here. Oh yeah, so this is I totally forgot. So you guys are coming up to the Hall of Justice, but before you guys enter in, he points out a couple more things, and I'll just tell you what they are for the sake of time. He points out to the Lady Dreaming, shows you that one. It's just another one of the statues, and this one seems to be kind of sleeping as she's resting in this. You can also see like there's a large black obelisk that rises from the sky. Rises up into the sky, and it's huge. You can see it even from where you guys are at here on Bazaar Street. And he points out the Blackstaff Tower, which is where the Blackstaff of the city resides. And as he explains to you guys, he's like, the Blackstaff has like this stick, right? And she waves the stick, and she can actually control the statues, is from what I understand. So, I guess being the Blackstaff, the head mage of the city, has its perks. In times of need, Lady Vajra, the Blackstaff, she can like do some kind of magic doohickeys and like activate, like clap on kind of thing. I'm not exactly sure how it works. And she turns on all the statues, and they, they do their thing. But it's only in a case of extreme emergencies.
I see.
Mako, you may be interested in checking out that Blackstaff Tower at some point, given you as the, you're like a warlock or what have you. You like to do the magic stuff. Might want to give that a whirl sometime. She's pretty friendly. She's young, but she's full of gusto, like yourself.
Maybe I will. My friend. But is there like any other kind of like towers around here? Like maybe like two towers that look similar? One of our friends that we encountered in the sewers kind of mentioned something like that, so I was just kind of wondering, the general direction of where that was.
Strange. Yeah. 2 towers, that sounds... Yeah, I've never heard of that before. 2 towers. What's... Very interesting.
Never forget, dude. Never forget.
Oh, there's 2 towers down in, let's see, the southward. There's the Kolot Towers. Those are the only other large structures that are, now to come to think of it, they also are very similar to the Blackstaff Tower. Very large obelisk-like structures that seem to be shrouded in mystery. I wonder what that's all about. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Kronch, for explaining that. That was very helpful.
Yeah, it's a oddly specific question, but, I'm happy to provide. I know this city like the back of my hand. I guess. Well,
unfortunately, one of our friends says that there's a wizard that took his wife to some 2 towers and experiment on her and stuff like that. So, that doesn't sound very good.
You guys can actually find that now. I've marked it on your map. Also add the Yawning portal, the Honorable Knight, all this stuff needs to be visible.
The Kolot Towers.
Points that out on your map that you guys carry with you. And anything, if you have questions, he's a great guy to ask. He's like, I'm happy to help here, Mako. I'm here to please. I'm a people pleaser. So we'll take the scenic route after here. So we'll stop here in the Halls of Justice. You guys will take care of this bing, bang, boom, and we'll be on our way. So he takes you into the Halls of Justice. The Halls of Justice are related to, it's like basically the Temple of Tyr, and it has very similar symbolism, and iconology as horror, actually. It has kind of like the symbol of it's like a scale with a hammer placed on it, kind of like the hammer of Thor, and it's the hammer of justice, and you see a lot of symbolism as you enter the Halls of Justice where they have all their courts and legal proceedings and all their administrative stuff. There's that symbolism of the balance in the scale, and you see that there's pictures depicting Tyr, and he's a blind god that is also he's maimed. They call him the maimed god. He's missing his right hand as he metes out swift justice and punishment to those who would take things into their own hands. So he's also kind of like a sort of, I guess, the big brother to horror in a way, and it's basically Kronch. This is like Kronch's kind of god. He's like, yeah, it's a god of Tyr. That guy really knows how to smite people with a hammer. You know what I'm saying? I kind of modeled my own physique after him, except for the whole hand thing.
I think as I'm walking in, I'm just going to do a quick little prayer and thank Horror for giving me a sweet lightning staff instead of an amputated hand, because it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. That sounds fair. So you guys head in there. You managed to find this the woman Kylenne, I think her name is, and you hand her hands over the.
How do you spell that?
Too? I put it in chat earlier. It's Kylenne, like Kylynne.
Kylynne. And then her last name is Silmerhelv. I got it in my notes.
Listen, she's kind of
I see.
Very busy lady, so we won't take very much of her time. She comes from a noble household. Starts with an S, can't really remember it, but those guys are kind of a big deal. They also live in the Northward, fun fact. She's part of the nobility. Not sure how... If the rest of her family is also tieflings, but she basically takes no shit from nobody. So when we go in there, we get in, we get out, you guys get your deed done. Do you guys, so you go that and she's like, yes, next please, next. Oh, Kronch, oh, what have you brought me now? And he's like, hey there, Kylenne, I hope you don't mind. These guys have a deed that they need to take care of. They're gonna take the old Trollskull Manor. Yep, yeah, that one, yep. They just need to have
We're also renaming Bazaar Street Tzar Street because it'll be easier for tourism.
I don't think she wants to talk to you. Sorry. she just keeps on talking to, like, she just ignores Tzar and just like keeps talking to like Hurk. Yeah.
Okay.
She's just like ignores you basically, and she's like talking. And he's like, I'm sorry, I don't think she wants to talk to you. She's like, yes, okay, very good. Have a lot of paperwork to get through. Give me the deed, and I'll take care of it. And she reaches out her hand.
I pop the tube and I pull it out and hand it to her.
Hand it to her. Undoes the scroll. Yes, very good. All looks good. Oh, Volo Damn Gadam. Oh, good gods. Good luck with that one. Yep.
I know. He already told us it was probably haunted.
Well, okay, then I have no qualms about signing this off for you then. Yeah, good. Kronch, you've really made sure to set these guys up for success, haven't you? As usual. Let me just take this here, and you guys do have the 25 gold fee for setting that up, yes?
Hurk does.
Follow, you bastard. Yeah, I'll pay the 25 gold.
Yeah, yeah. The son of a bitch demon paid the fee. No wonder he didn't want to go with you guys.
Hold on, Hurk. Couldn't we like pay like 5 gold each?
I mean, that's only fair. Yes.
Oh. Okay. Everyone give Hurk 5 gold, and Hurk, you give yourself 5 gold, and that should.
One of us will have to probably actually pay 10, but.
Yes,
I guess it'll be me.
It's the estate transfer tax of 25 gold pieces, which is normally paid by the new owners, not the previous person. So actually, it's standard procedure.
I'll pay the extra 10 because you paid for drinks.
Thank you, Mako.
And with that, she has somebody else that there's a gnome that comes up that works there, and he's like, oh, Kylenne, hey. She's like, what did I tell you about calling you that? It's Kylenne. She's like, I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that Rainier stopped by earlier, and he had a note, and he wrote a script that said that he was going to help out these Volos. I forget what he called them, Volos, Bozos, or something. I can't remember what they were called, but here you go. He said that he'd take care of it for you.
We gotta work on branding.
And she looks at this. She looks at a little stamped thing that Rainier left as a
Actually, we're not called that. We're called the Moist Makers. Okay. Oh, there's Rickshaw again.
That's Rickshaw. Hell yeah, revs his engine. And she's like, oh, very well. Well, if Rainier's already paid for it, then I suppose that we can waive the fee for now, and you could keep your gold.
Oh, this adventuring thing's not half bad. I really should have thought about getting into this before I turned to crime.
And Kronch is like, oh yeah, sorry, totally forgot. Rainier did tell me to make sure that he, he did give me a note. I swear, if you don't pin these things in my chest, I'll never remember.
So wait, we don't have to pay then?
So you guys don't have to pay the 25 gold.
I feel like Tzar should still have to pay though.
She's like, I have my eye on you, little one. I see you looking around.
How much gold did I have before?
She's like, next customer, please. On your way. You guys make your way out of the halls of justice, and you are now taking the long way around. So as he takes you up here, you guys head up Trader's Way, and he points out there's a couple more landmarks. He points out one of them is the I'm not even gonna try to say that one. Sahuagin. You got anyone got that for me? Charles, Mako.
Spell.
It's on there, right?
Sahuagin, I think.
Sahuagin.
Sahuagin Humbled. That's what I would
It's like
call
a fish creature, right?
Yeah, it's the
so there's
creature.
that one is I don't have artwork for that because it's not on the module and I didn't have time to make it. But that one is basically no, it is actually there is. It's kind of like a big. You can see part of it, but it's a giant whatever that fish creature is called, and he's like kneeling down, defeated. And Mako, you recognize this.
Sahuagin is what it says
Sahuagin?
on Google. Yeah.
Sahuagin. So the Sahuagin Humbled. And Mako, you recognize this because Mako actually used to come from the mud flats. Like the mud flats are like way up here. I'll zoom out. So Mako, you would essentially make your way down from the mud flats. enter in through the west gate because they wouldn't really let you in to the Sea Ward, which is the nice area of the city. You'd have to go through the west gate here, and you would make your way down to where you guys are kind of at right now. You'd pass by the Field of Triumph. You would head down towards the market where you would sell your stuff. So actually, as part of your daily commute, where's Scott?
Yep, it's true. Yeah.
Did we lose Scott? Oh, yeah, his thing is gone.
Oh, yeah.
So. Your voice is here. Okay.
I'm here. Yeah.
As you would make your daily commute down there, so like Kronch is like, yeah, that's one hell of a commute. Yeah, that's so Mako, you would sell your stuff in the market, right? I'm sure you've seen the Sahuagin Humbled many a time as you pass your way by.
Many times, yes.
And he's like, I'm sorry, I know it's a little bit out of the way, but I just wanted Hurk, I know you'd appreciate this. There's the little thing called the Field of Triumph, Waterdeep's greatest gladiatorial arena. All sorts of things going on. You're not just gladiating. They got who could forget the Shovelwall World Series coming up? We got that on the menu. There's the races. There's the racing, and there's lots of different activities going on for the festival right now. I'm sure you guys want to check that out at some point, especially given your background. When I was hearing a little bit from your friends and about the arenas of blood. That's no joke.
Might be interesting to try out some gladiatorial combat for funsies and not for, self-preservation reasons.
You guys also head as you pass by that. Oh, by the way, I can let me just show you. So that is actually a massive arena. That's their whole thing down in Kalimshan, where you stayed in the city of Kalimport, which is like the capital of that area that you're at. That was the arena of blood. They have multiple arenas, but they didn't have like one giant arena like this. And this is like multi-tiered. I don't know. It's basically what you can see there, though. I have like a more detailed thing of it. But as you can see, the top dome is the top part is covered in like a blue veneer. Like there's blue roofing on it, and it has just a massive open area for all sorts of activities. And there's nothing going on right now, but there seems to be like a central hub here, kind of in this area. Field of Triumph is attracting a lot of people from out of town as they're starting to set up camp. There seems to be like little campsites and tents set up all over it. Like people are tailgating and kind of getting ready to with their carts and stuff, their wagons. Seem to be already tailgating for stuff that seems to be coming up. And he's like, yeah, you should really check. There seems to be some cool events coming up just this weekend, the end of the 10-day. The 10-day end. It's like not a week. They don't have weeks. The 10-day end. The 10 end, we'll call it. And the 10 end. Should check that out.
I call it the 10 end too.
This guy knows what's up. Yeah, that's right, little buddy. And it takes you guys past Rainier's house, basically, like where the little symbol of Rainier is. It takes you guys past the God Catcher, which is the final statue that I'll show you guys. And it is basically like this guy. This statue is very interesting because it's like he's reaching up towards the sky. Like that's why they call it the God Catcher. And he's essentially got a kind of like there's like a establishment that's been built around him. And then at the top of this floating sphere of stone, there seems to be something at the top of it. So let me show that to you guys. This is actually concept art that was never released. But it shows kind of the God Catcher, and you can see there's kind of like a spiraling staircase that takes up there that somebody has built. Kind of like there was the same thing with the Drunkard, where there was that kind of like, they built like a little makeshift stairwell that leads up into the Drunkard's lap. This one, the God Catcher, it leads up to, there's like a whole several story building, and then there's something on the top of it as well. Yes, like
I actually have some concern, like how all these people are like building their houses and like all these establishments on these statues, and it's like, like if something were to really happen, like
Yeah, the
Their whole
insurance would be
establishment
terrible.
is gone, man. Like, do they have insurance
This feels
for that?
very foreshadowy.
These statues are less than 100 years like being like this. These are not old
I know
buildings.
they're not.
Yeah.
People just it's the thing is the real estate in Waterdeep is like it's like New York City. It's ridiculously expensive, and people will just set up kind of wherever they can. They just move in on it. So
I just wanted to point that out. I'm sorry. Please continue.
All right, so you guys head. You're gonna head down this road, which is Jewelthorn Street, and he's gonna take you down to the high road. He's gonna take you up to the high road. He's gonna take you over to the high road. So I keep on having to switch between the layers here.
You take the high road and I'll take the low road, and I'll reach Ireland before you.
You're like, we're almost there, fellas. You know, we're gonna go past the Sword Maiden. You don't need to see that. That's over here. There is a. It's basically like the Honorable Knight, but she's it's a she. So it's like a female version of the Honorable Knight. You guys pass by. I'm just gonna kind of narrate real fast so we get past there. He's gonna show you. I might just check my notes here. So yeah, you guys are heading up the high road. You head past the Amcathra noble house, their villas, and he's like, yeah, those guys are pretty wild. Their whole thing is we trample our troubles. They follow the god of luck, the Lady Luck, Timora. So you know, they make some of the best swords in the cities. So a lot of our officers use their equipment.
Interesting. Sorry.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There you go.
Interesting.
I had to get my camera back. So, and then you guys pass what's called the Gentle Mermaid. So you see that onto your left, somewhere around here. I don't have the label for it. It's pretty close. It's pretty close to where Kronch is. Kronch is actually. It's the Gentle Mermaid. There's the lush tapestries that cover. There's like there's 4 stories to this building, and it is ornately covered in all of these tapestries that are everywhere. And it's the largest and richest gambling rooms in all of the city that are held here in the Gentle Mermaid. It's actually magically heated and cooled, and Kronch is like Kronch tries to explain to you guys, yeah, they got this stuff called like air conditioning or something like that. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but it keeps you cool, and I don't know, the only kind of conditioning I need is this strength and conditioning, you know what I'm saying? So those guys are all kind of upscale, I guess you could say. They have a dress code. They do have escort services, Tzar, but you have to dress up a little, you know. Make sure you don't got any shit on yourself, if you know what I'm saying, like, you know.
What is with you today, Kronch?
I'm just saying, I like to keep my uniform nice and clean and, you know, spot free. So, I always make sure I'm looking my best when I enter this particular establishment. But there's no weapons allowed, so make sure they'll check you at the door. So be careful if you want to do some gambling. This is kind of the high-end place, so high rollers. Just FYI.
Hey, Hurk, we could both see Hor tonight. Let's go. Oh.
As you guys head up towards the Trollskull Alley, which is where you guys are headed, where your thing resides, do you want to enter in? Kronch asked you if you want to enter in from the north or the south.
That's what she said.
All right, so why not both? Oh. I'm picking up on this. This Tzar guy's really starting to rub off on me. You know what I'm saying? He has that kind of charm to him.
What's the
North
difference? Which one's the nicer side, I guess?
Well, it's a very nice neighborhood in general. I live a little bit southwest of here, but I visit the Trollskull Alley all the time. You could pop into the shops. It's kind of like half residential, half shops. And I don't know. Last time I entered in through the north, I had to go by Froon's Brews. And that guy's, I don't know, something not right about that guy. So I usually head in from the south just because I don't have to deal with him. But I mean, it's your guys' call if you want to enter in through Delzoran Street or Sourdown.
South it is.
South.
Yeah.
Why do they call it Trollskull Alley?
Oh, well, a lot of the city, there seems to be a lot of troll-themed, streets. We got the Troll March, which is just off to our west. We got the Troll Gate there. So just in general, there's a lot of, I don't know the exact history of the Trollskull Alley, but it's a historical building. So there's a lot of,
There's not like a giant troll skull statue in the backyard.
There's no statue that I know of, but back in its heyday, it was quite the spectacle, and I do believe they did have some sort of troll skull that was always on display. Although as you guys will see, I don't think it's exactly in the same shape that it used to be. So I'm not quite sure why it's not. Oh, I'm just not on the right thing. Yeah, so you guys are gonna head in through Delzoran Street rather than Sourdown Street?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, we're gonna switch over maps here.
Switching maps.
Okay, we should be switching over to. You guys enter from the south into Trollskull Alley, where you head towards your new home, the Trollskull Manor. So you guys follow Kronch as he starts to kind of point out various places, shops, and we can kind of cover next time kind of some of the that he shows you. You guys are heading into sort of the center. So there's two sides of the Trollskull Alley. You guys are on the west side, and we're heading towards the east side, but sort of in the middle, there is your residence. So we're gonna see if we can. So when you guys can actually explore this little section of town, any of the shops. Although if we have to go into them, I think I'll just use the individual map. Yeah, you guys can all start moving your way up towards here.
This like obscured vision thing's kind of trippy.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was gonna be that hardcore with it, but everything is mapped out on this, so it's all.
Yeah.
The lighting. Cool. So you guys can go ahead and stop right where Mako is. Right here. This is what you guys see when you come around the corner.
This is actually a lot nicer than I was expecting. Oh god, is Rick gonna be driving up and down here all night? How are we gonna get any sleep?
Must be that Field of Triumph. They're doing those races. You know, they're doing all the chariot races and stuff.
This place looks more dilapidated than Hurk's mother. Oh.
As you make your way through the charming streets of Trollskull Alley, a sense of anticipation and hope fills the air. The neighborhood is a mix of shops and well-maintained residences, hinting at an upper middle-class district. However, as you round the corner, your eyes are drawn to the towering presence of the Trollskull Manor, and a tinge of disappointment washes over you, like over Tzar. Trollskull Manor looms before you. What was once one of the grandest buildings in Trollskull Alley has now fallen into a state of disrepair. It has 4 stories, each adorned with balconies. There's a weathered turret at the top, and there's 5 chimneys that punctuate its silhouette amongst the morning fog. The manor's past glory is evident in its architecture, and it has some good bones on it, so to speak. But it's now sort of its facade has faded, and it's telling a bit of a different tale, which is it's a bit run down. There's boards that cover all the windows and the doors, hinting that there's perhaps something going on where they boarded up, maybe something, you know, either to keep something out or keep something in, while the roof looks like it's leaking. It looks very neglected. Like I said, the windows are all boarded up, but your attention is drawn to the small deck that kind of wraps around the front of the building. And
which of the buildings is this?
This is the one that you guys are in front of, like right here.
The one on the right?
Yes. I will show you guys a picture of that. Actually, here, check out this. This shows you what you're seeing. No. So here's Trollskull Manor, as you guys see it from the front. Okay, so if you were to turn to your right and face east, this is what you see. Okay, it's got like kind of a little courtyard in the front. There's all the stuff is all boarded up. It's 4 stories. It's got that cool kind of like little turret that sticks up from the top. Very distinct architecture.
Whoa, this place is amazing, huh, Hurk?
Yeah, I mean it's a little bit of a fixer-upper, but I think we can make this work.
Yeah,
not too haunted.
It looks like Bigfoot and Hurk are gonna really have to fix this up, but we can make it work.
Yep.
What?
So,
you mean you're not gonna help with the repair?
Well, he's gonna be
What did I
too busy
say?
shoveling all of our shit until we get the bathrooms working.
Oh, okay. So that's
Yeah, everybody's got their own job.
Gotcha.
I don't know if he's gonna flush, man. The guy doesn't like to precision save. I never know. So, in the front, your attention is drawn to there's that small deck in the front, and then to the right there's a large, wide door, and it has what was once vibrant red paint that's now peeling off. It's the lone entrance that's unobstructed by any boards. What do you do?
Does it look like it? It's open, right? Like, does it look like it's been broken into?
It looks like there's not any boards that cover up there, but you'd have to do an investigation. So if you want to roll an investigation check as you look around to see signs of whether or not there's forced entry, you can certainly do that.
Yeah, let me do that.
I'm gonna cast
the one I'm in front of?
guidance.
Oh, you love to see it. 17.
As you look in there, you see that you find that there were some boards that were set off to the side that was once boarded up, and they've been neatly stacked on the side there. Looks like
Do you
someone.
think we got squatters, buddy? How do you think we got squatters? I think we might have got a couple of people pinching
I can go ask Scuttles to see.
Certainly appears that way.
Yeah, I can go ask Scuttles to go and see what's inside.
Tell him not to shit when he's in there.
Hey, Kronch, now that we own this place, it's fair game for us to unalive anybody that we find trespassing, right?
I'm gonna leave that up to your own discretion. Just make sure you follow the code legal, right? And I don't know what you're gonna find in there, alive or dead, but like I said, just keep the blood off the streets, and
Yeah, there's
not too much of a problem.
It's a standard
the
ground
streets,
state kind of
remember
thing.
the streets? What's that?
Hurk gets ready and equips his weapons.
I summon Scuttles.
You're like, well, I guess that's my cue here to be kind of make myself scarce with that kind of question. I'm gonna go visit the wife. She's probably, I don't know. We'll see when I get home. But if you guys need to find me,
Wait, you have a wife?
yeah. Remember the wife that I talked about before? The wife that was specifically upset
Yeah, I
with me
do.
not being
I do remember you
home
talking
at a certain
about
time. She's
But, like,
the wife that's
oh,
a light
yeah.
sleeper. That wife. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, my bad, Kronch.
Yeah, that's kind of why I
Goldfish.
stayed
I was
away.
hoping-
My
Hey, don't
my
sell
bad.
yourself. Don't sell yourself short, buddy. Okay. You all know that's not true. Goldfish can remember for at least 5 or 10 minutes worth of information.
Thanks
That
for
is
the
true.
Kronch.
If you guys need to find me, you can find me down on Stallion Street. I'll be
Stallion Street, got it. How do you
it's-
spell that, Kronch?
like the word stallion, like a horse. Stallion.
Is that where you live?
That's where I live. Me and my wife. She's a real crafty one there. She's a real rascal. She's yeah, if you ever need some kind of specialty potions or whatever, she sells them. It's a little side hustle, you know. Everybody's got their own projects they'd like to work on. You know, I work late nights, so she keeps herself busy. And you need to find me at southeast of here, the Stallion Street, which you guys can find on your map. I'll show you know, either on the interactive map or if I pull that up here. And I'm gonna switch maps. So you guys should be kind of on the outside of the building right now. You can sort of see in because I haven't mapped the walls, but that's okay. You passed the investigation check to find out that it was there. So what do you guys do? Do you want to try to enter the building?
You want Scuttles to see what's up ahead?
That's right. Yeah, it's Scuttles.
Yeah. Can Scuttles see in the dark?
He can.
Yeah, go ahead. It'll certainly be a bit stealthier than me clonking on in there.
I don't know why it's moving my token. How do I unselect my token? It's moving me and Scuttles at the same time. Huh.
Did you mount Scuttles to you?
Nope.
I love the idea of the 6-foot fish man riding like this tiny cat-sized crab.
Yeah, I can't do that. Are you able to shake us off, David? Is he there?
Yeah.
Oh, you're here. Okay. There you go.
He's not connected to you. Yeah. I don't know what's your problem.
He was connected to me for some.
Is he still connected to you?
Oh, whoa, that's weird.
You guys should be able to see on their party HUD on the left. There should be.
Now there's 2 Scuttles.
I don't see 2 Scuttles, but you have.
Oh my goodness, that's so weird.
In your party HUD, you should be able to see that Mako's companion. Can everybody see that?
I see Scuttles.
Not on the map, but on the party HUD to the left.
Oh yeah, his little picture.
And it should have like an attachment next to it, right? And it should show just one attachment, right?
I got my my Argon HUD covering it.
One of my lights just fell. Backup light.
All right, he's gonna go in. All right, Scuttles. Here's what I need you to do. Find anything that looks like a living thing or something like that, and just tell me.
Scuttles look at you and it kind of holds up a claw, like a thumbs up.
All right. All right, good boy. Now go get in there.
So
Scuttles is my second favorite NPC.
Scuttles runs up to the door and just bangs into it.
I thought the door was open.
Yeah, you said the door was open.
The door is uncovered by, it is open as in it is not boarded up.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I opened the door for Scuttles. Okay, my bad. I didn't realize that description, so that way he can get in.
Okay, you open the door.
And it's a mimic. Boom.
This is exactly why we sent Scuttles. Sorry, I've been holding that in for so long.
Scuttles starts scuttle along in there, and then click, click, clacking as he goes and ventures off into the darkness. As he heads out into what looks to be the deck. He seems to be walking along the deck right now.
Oh, is this the doorway over here?
Yep.
Okay, my bad. There we go.
Scuttles off into the darkness as you guys wait outside. And after a few minutes, if you hear him kind of, there's several like muffled noises as he seems to be banging into a few things. There's you hear that there is this sound, or no, there is this one.
This one's seeing Scuttles is fucking.
Scuttles seems to be making his way down the bar. And and then he comes back to you guys, and there seems to be a couple of shards of glass and some old like wine that's been turned into vinegar by now, and he's caked in a bunch of grime that seems to be all over the floor and dust and detritus. Comes back to you and he looks up at you and he looks up happily and he hops up and down like he's expecting a treat.
Do I have a ration to give him? I am gonna give him one of my rations.
He's very excited by this.
Good job, Scuttles. What'd you find?
And he's speaking Aquan, so there's this bubbly kind of noise. And they can understand your speech, but they can't convey it back to you, right? Unless
I know Aquan, so I would be able to understand it.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the way that it works with your casting though is that it can't actually. I don't think this one has like the intelligence to actually speak to you. So it like understands it, but I don't think it could speak it back to you. That makes sense. So but you can give me like an animal handling or an insight check to try to figure out what he exactly is saying.
Sure, I'll do like a animal handling or insight.
I mean, unless there was some way that you could read his frickin' mind, I don't.
Good point.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here.
I don't know.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself, and I'm gonna do it.
Okay, you can give me either an animal handling or an insight check. And then what was your? And then did you roll the D4 is the 2 or? You haven't rolled that yet.
4. 18.
18. Okay. So he tries to pantomime like some of the stuff he saw in there. He's basically just like he just like does like triple tap like this, and looks at you, and he's like, and then he like kind of makes the bubbling noises and stuff like that, and indicates that the he does like the sign for like danger, and then he does like triple taps, which means like 3.
Okay, there's 3 dangerous things in there, you guys. So, thank you, Scuttles. That was very helpful.
And with that, that's where we're going to end today's session, as Scuttles the Crab has investigated this area and found there's a triple threat, possibly. Waiting for us in there. Yep. Alrighty, cool. So we made it to the, the tavern.
Muscles for days and a big warm smile. Captain Kronch, he's a hero in every mile.
He's a friend to adventurers with a heart so true, always ready to lend a hand to help them through. He's a foodie and a fan of shovelball, so they say. Captain Kronch, he's the star of the city's play.
Captain Kronch, big and strong, a legend in the city.